The first question you had was to compare 827,937 and 827,017. Olivia, how did you do that?
I knew that 827,937 was larger.
Okay. How did you know that that one was greater?
Because the hundreds and the tens.
Yeah. Our hundred thousands, 10,000s, and thousands are all equal. So we had to go down to the hundreds place value, and we know 900 is more than 0 hundreds. How about 8,278,492 and 8,372,189? How did you compare those, Caden?
I looked at the 100,000 place.
Okay, why did you look at the 100,000s place?
Because I kept looking through every single digit until I looked at the 100,000 place and I found the difference.
Okay, so did you start in the millions or did you start in the ones? Why?
Because I started at 8 and then I subtracted. Well, I went down one.
Okay, so why did you start at the 8 millions?
Because I felt like it was going to be a faster one.
Because that's the biggest place value, right? And those were equal, so then you went down to the 100,000s and you saw that 200,000 was less than 300,000. All right. Next, we are finding the sum. What does sum mean? What are we doing when we find the sum, Ansley?
Finding the answer to the two addition.
Very good. We're adding. So we need to add 27,202 plus 3,489. I made sure when I wrote those that I lined up my place values. Why did I put the 3 in 3,489 underneath the 7, Alexis?
Because it's not in the 10,000 place.
Yeah, there's no 10,000s in this number, so I have to make sure I line my thousands place value up. All right, so Ansley, how would I add those?
9 plus 2 is 11, so you put one there, and you would carry the 1
Mm-hmm.
to the tens place, and 8 plus 1 is 9, and 4 plus 2 is 6, 7 plus 3 is 10, and you would put a 0 and carry the 1 to 10,000 place, and 2 plus 1 is 3, so 30,600.
Very good. 30,691 is the sum. The next question says to find the product. 729 times 4. Olivia, how did you do that?
I added 729 twice, and then I got 1,458, and then I added that twice, and then I got 2,916.
So why did you add 729 plus 729?
Because it said 4 times.
Okay, so that gave you 729 twice. So then why did you add 1,458 again?
Because that would be 2 more times.
Very good. Okay, so the correct answer is 2,916. Is there another way that we could solve that? What strategy did you use, Ansley?
I did 700 times 4.
Okay. And we know that 7 times 4 is 28. And then we add those 2 zeros at the end from the 700. Then what did you do?
I did 20 times 4.
20 times 4. All right.
2 times 4 is 8.
Okay. And then we have how many zeros? 1 0. So 20 times 4 is 80. Then what?
9 times
9 times 4. 9 times 4 is 36. And then what did you do with those 3 partial products? Added them together. Very good. We've got 3 parts, and we've got to add them all together. 0 plus 0 plus 6 is 6. 0 plus 8 plus 3 is 11. So I'm going to write down the 1 and carry the 1 to the hundreds. 8 plus 1 is 9, and 2 plus nothing is 2. So both strategies got us the same answer, 2,916. All right, the next question says a book salesman sold 6,358 books. Each book cost $8. How much money did he make? Cash, how did you solve that one?
I did 8 times 6,358
Okay, what told you that you needed to multiply that?
because it said he gets $8 a book.
Yeah, it says, each book. So that means for one, it's cost $8, and he sold 6,358 of those. All right, so what strategy did you use to multiply?
I did 6,358 times 8, and I got 50,866.
Okay, so how did you get your answer? What did you do?
I did 8 times 8 is 46.
8 times 8. Where did you get 8 times 8? Oh, I see where you were. We wrote down 5 instead of 8. So you did the ones. 8 times 8 is 64.
And 8 times 5, 45. And
All right, hold on. 8 times 5 isn't 45.
8 times 5,
40. And since that we're really multiplying 8 times 50, that would be 400. All right, then what did you do?
4 times 3 times 8.
Okay, so now we're multiplying the 300s times 8.
And I got 80, not 80, 8. I got 48.
Try 3 times 8 again.
$24.
24. And then how many zeros do we need to add to the end?
1.
How many zeros do we have in 300?
2.
2. So 2,400. All right, then what?
2 times 6. Or 6 times 8.
Okay, 6,000 times 8. Okay, so 6 times 8 is... We said that 8 times 5 was 40. So 8 times 6 is going to be 48. And then we'll need to add 3 zeros at the end. Okay. And then what do I do with all those parts that I found? Add them all together. So I've got 48,000 plus 2,400 plus 400 plus 64. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 4 is 4. If I move to my tens, 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 6 is 6. Need to add my hundreds. 0 plus 4 is 8. If I move to the thousands, I have 8 plus 2, which is 10. So I'll write down the 0. Regroup the 1 to the 10,000s. 1 plus 4 is 5. So the book salesman made $50,864. Middle choice is correct. All right. Now we've got to find the factors of 45. When I'm looking for factors, I'm looking for two numbers that multiply together to equal a number or a product. So I'm looking for things that I can multiply together to equal 45. I know I can always start with 1. So 1 times what? 45. It's kind of like a rainbow. 1 times 45 gets me 45, right? Okay, so now I'm going to look for 2. I'm going to see if 2 is a factor. Can I multiply anything times 2 to get 45?
No.
Why not?
Because it would go to 46 instead of 45.
Yeah, it has to be even, right? So we know 2 is not a factor. So then I'm going to try 3. Can I do 3 times something to equal 45?
Yes.
3 times what?
15.
3 times 15. Very good. So I'm going to write my 3 down after the 1, and I'm going to write the 15 just on the inside of the 45. So now in my rainbow, I have 3 times 15. That helps me get them in increasing order. All right, so how about 4? Is 4 a factor? If I count by 4s, I would have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. So no.
3 off.
Is 5 a factor?
Yes.
Because 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
So 5 times what, Dylan? 9. 5 and 9 are factors. Is 6 a factor? No. 7?
No.
8?
No.
And we've already got 9, so I know that I'm finished. So the factors are 1, 3, 5, 9, 15, and 45. So is 45 prime or composite? Composite. How do we know it's composite?
Because it's more than 1 in itself.
Very good. It has more factors than 1 and itself. All right, the next one asks, what 2 numbers correctly complete the table? So remember, we've got that silly looking little machine that I drew. To kind of help you remember, if I put something in, so this side of the table right here, if I put this in the machine, something happens, that's the rule, and it puts out
A bigger number.
a different number. So I drop something in, it changes,
Like a meat cookie.
and then how the out tells how it's changed. So if I drop in a 1, what's something that could happen for me to get out a 5, Owen?
So it would multiple by 5.
Multiply by 5. We think the rule could be multiply by 5. If I drop in 1 and I do 1 times 5, would I get 5 out?
Yeah.
Okay. If I drop in 2 and I multiply by 5, would we get 10 out?
Yes.
If I drop in 3 and it gets multiplied by 5, would we get 15?
Yes.
All right, so we think Owen's rule is correct. So if I put in a 4, 4 times 5, what would come out?
20.
Okay, very good. And then if we put in 10, and 10 gets multiplied by 5, what would drop out? 50.
So it'll be the last one.
So the last choice is correct. And the rule for the table is n, or the number that we drop in, times 5. All right, last thing.
I understand.
A rectangle has a width of 12 inches and a length of 5 inches. What is its area?
60 square.
All right, so let's think about area. The width is 12 inches. The length is 5 inches. This question's asking for the area. How do we find area, Alexis?
You count the whole entire thing.
We're counting the squares that would be inside the whole thing, right?
Yes.
So how are we going to do that, Jaden?
I think I might have separate, so I can do 5 plus 5.
That's perimeter.
Okay. So that's 12 times 5.
12 times 5. To find area, we multiply the length times the width.
I know why I got it wrong. I got that.
Length times width equals the area. The length is 5 inches. The width is 12 inches. And 5 times 12 equals what, Harper? 60. The area equals 60 square inches.
I counted 5
All right.
more than it was supposed to be.
All right. The next question. A rectangle has a width of 12 inches and a length of 5 inches. So same rectangle. What is its perimeter? Perimeter measures around the outside. So how do we find that, Jaden?
You do 5 plus 5 and 12 plus 5.
Very good. We're going to add all the sides together. 5 plus 5 plus 12 plus 12.
I did the opposite already.
Okay, 5 plus 5 is 10. 12 plus 12 is 24. And if I add those together, that gets me 34 inches. Area measures the inside. Perimeter measures around the outside.
Okay.
Gotta remember those to keep them straight.
Okay.